Hey, here we are making a patch. We first start off with drawing a circle on some brass. It's pretty standard stuff. This is me cutting it out with a piercing saw because I do everything by hand. This is us all marked out here because I will be doing one of these patches. This is a trans symbol. Okay, so the technique that I will be using for this is generally called chasing. I suppose you could call it embossing. And it's essentially just doing really light relief work into the surface of the metal with various punches, chisels, that type of deal. This is condensing quite a few minutes down this sped up section. What's the word? That's the word. So here we are, coming towards the end of it. Bingo! I have stamped in, I have a bit of the edge here. So you can hear that. Here's me being a dafty. It's like the Pulp Fiction briefcase. Oh, look at that. Slick. This is me beginning to mark out the triangle of the symbol. And it's just generally a case of, what's the word, just choosing somewhere to put the first line. And I just started there because 66mm is easily divisible by 2 and it looks like close to the measurement I should need. And it turned out I was fucking bang on. As you can see me figuring out.
I just went, hey, 66 is easily divisible by 2. Pretty much bang on. Cock on, mate!
So in between these clips I annealed the metal because it starts out as relatively hardened. And through stamping it, it becomes much more hardened and very tricky to put a tippy-tappy-tippy-tube-tube-tap flatten back out again because obviously the
very flat hammer, but smaller circle. Make sure it keeps it flat, not wanting to really hammer the surface at all. Could obviously use the Hayes mallet. Amount of deformation. You can see there's some deformation. There we are. That I am hoping to hammer out. Oh, done not too bad here. This will get cleaned up a bit. The surface of the metal was really shiny, so that was just getting the rough in. Getting the rough. Don't say that like that. Tippy tappy tippy. See, since it's been annealed, and this is another thing that I don't think you'll be able to see on the camera. Since it's been annealed, whenever I say the surface has gone dull, so whenever I tap, I can actually see it slightly shines the surface, gives it a little planishing, so I can tell that I have struck that word, planishing. Is important. I'll show you why in a second. Feely. You see, it's somewhat domed. And if I was to do this with a height mallet, it would just work hard in the metal and I could leave the dish. I think I could get all of the deformation out with the hide mallet if I really went for it, but this stage would be, I would essentially most likely have to anneal it again. Look at that. Flat.
I think I covered it relatively well in the narration I did while filming. So yeah, like you want to keep it really nice and light and flat. You'd be more concentrated on keeping the hammer flat to the surface of the metal, just to work out that dished shape. This is a matter of practice, really, to get your letters accurate, as I have discovered through many moons of fucking it up. You know, there can be a bit of charm to that being somewhat mismatched, but when you get it like that, it's just a little bit nicer. Just a little bit nicer. Here we are, cleaned up. Yep, gone around all the chasing and cleaned it up. This here is tea. Just your usual garden variety tea bags. And you can actually use the tannins in the tea to patina metal. It works great on mild steel or any form of like non-stainless steel, brass, bronze. This is it cleaned up a bit. I was actually using the tea more to darken in the edges from the chasing. I will actually buff most of the surface tarnish off. It was just to like darken, you see in the letters there, and it's nice and black. Doing it with the flame, when you anneal it again, it's on brass it doesn't quite go that dark, so it's nice to use something else to really make a dark patina. Here we are eventually putting in the bolts, the little bolts and nuts to make it into a patch. This is the final stage. Screw them all in, pierce them through, cut them, and I've decided to hammer down them a little bit because I mean, once it's sewn on, it won't ever be coming off really. And here we are. Finally, the finished doodad, the finished product. Look at that. Isn't it lovely? So there's the back. You can see the riveted over nuts. And there we have it. You can see I buffed up the surface a little bit more, put a little coat of wax on it, and it will change in patina over time, but you can use some steel wool or whatever to brighten it up again and then re-wax it. That's us. All done. Thank you for watching.